All right, section 3. So we talked about this last year, linear equation. We said the key word in the word linear is what? Huh? Line. So basically, linear equation is going to give you a straight line. And there are some key characteristics of a linear equation. First, the equation can be written in the form of y equals mx plus b. So all the lines can be written in y equals mx plus b. The variable, which is x, will have a highest degree of 1. So if you have a 2, that would be quadratic, 3 would be cubic, and so on. But the highest degree is 1. And that means there should be only one solution. So x can only be one number. So let's check. So we're going to cross out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is linear? Which one is non-linear? So go ahead and write your answer. Which one is linear? Which one is non-linear? Okay, let's start with Sally. Number 1. What do you think?
Linear.
Good. Jennifer, number 2. Non-linear. And then Mark, number 3. Good. So the reason that number 3 is non-linear is that if you multiply out, b would become squared. So that would be non-linear. All right, let's solve. Okay, hopefully you still remember how to do these. Easy. So go ahead and do that. You guys are extremely fast. Let's see. Did Amelia solve it already? Okay, what's the answer? Very good. Okay, let's look at number 2. So when you have questions like this where there are fractions, what should you do? Lowest common denominator. So you want to get rid of the fraction, so you want to multiply by the least common denominator. In this case would be what? 8. Okay, when you multiply by 8, please make sure you do distribute to everything, which includes that too. People always forget the integer. They always get rid of all the fractions but leave the integer there. Please multiply everything by 8. Now, what happens when you're multiplying by 8? You're essentially canceling out the denominator, okay? So you're basically saying I am distributing 8 to everything. So that is 8 times this whole term. 8 times 2 plus 8 times y over 4. And then you're basically simplifying that. Okay, so go ahead and finish this. Let me check it. Okay, so this 8 cancels. 5y minus 2 equals 16. And that cancels. You have a 2, so plus 2y. So y is 6. Okay, if you have not moved on to the next 2, go ahead and do that. And then I will check your answer. Okay. Number 1, the answer is z equals 8 over 19. Number 2, t equals 31 over 9. Okay, so please be careful with your algebra there. All right, next thing we're going to do is review inequality. So let's look at this linear inequality. So you guys should still remember how to do these, right? Easy? Yeah? Okay, go ahead and do it. But write your answer in interval notation. Interval notation, so like 2 sections ago, we learned interval notation with a bracket and the parentheses. Okay, this first question, the answer is x is greater than or equal to negative 7 over 2. So that is going to be here, this direction. So that is starting at negative 7 over 2 bracket. Parentheses, and then comma, infinity. Okay, if you already tried the next one, remember the next one, you want to get rid of all the fractions at once by multiplying by the least common denominator, which is 12. Okay, so if you have not done that, do that. But the answer is x is greater than negative 2. So that is negative 2 to infinity. Okay, the last one. I think some of you gave this one a try already. This is a compound inequality, meaning that there are 2 inequalities stuck in the same one. So in this one, what should you do first? Yeah, times everything by 3. Now, everything means there are 2 inequality signs, which means there are 3 sides. So whatever you do to the middle one, you have to do it to both. So multiply by 3, so that is -9 less than 2x plus 5 less than or equal to 15. And then from there on, whatever you do to one side, you do it to all 3 sides. Okay, so I think a lot of you have already solved it, so I'm gonna just help you solve it together. So -7 less than x less than or equal to 5. Okay, that means parentheses, -7, 5, bracket. Okay, so -7 open circle, and then 5 has a closed circle, and then everything in between. Any questions before I let you do some practice? Okay, so let's have you guys try 1, 2, 3. When you're done with all 3, let me know. I will check your answers. Okay, number 1, -infinity to -3, including -3. Number 2, -infinity to -11/7. Don't include either. And number 3, -1 to 5/3. Make sure you start with a smaller number and not a bigger number. Okay.